How's your meat, everybody? The meat's cooking tonight. The meat is cooking. The meat is cooking. It's a meaty Saturday night. Meaty. Meaty. Well, I forgot my charger block and my cord, so we'll have to stop at the Rancho on the way. How are you doing, Ronnie? All recovered from a wild Friday night? I hope so. Give you a big thank you. I think we're going to have to run this without the case on it. A little crispy, right? Let's put that on there. How you doing, Jane? Happy Saturday, Big Meat Saturday. Do 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 do. How you doing, Alan? What happened to our light? Double meat, man. Double meat. Well, I gotta stop real quick and get my charger block, and forgot that. Hey, how you doing, Nick? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. It was a nice, good, quiet day today. Good evening, Chef. How's the restaurant? Have you settled on that yet? Yeah, today was good because I ain't gonna lie. At my age, it takes a little bit to bounce back from those Friday nights. It's a long, hitting the streets at 2 p.m. and then drinking hard till 8 hours plus later. How you doing, June? But we sure have fun. I wouldn't be long for this world if I tried to do them every night. Previous is, oh no, 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 no. Oh wow. Shady shit. Man, oh man. Do I miss the double D's? I still have Dunkin' Donuts. Always have my Dunkin' or my Americano, but thank you for asking. Hey, John. Calimo. Yeah, I got to get my charger block and cord. Greg came in at the end of last night's chat. Let's just say they greased some palms with the old. Wowee, man. She's chef. I know you'll get it worked out, man. I mean, Texas doesn't stand in the way of business, right? Yeah, you never, yeah, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but you have a good name. You got some goodwill, and I'm sure you're going to do a fantastic job. Vampire, what's going on? Let me just run in there real quick and get my charger locked. Let me grab this real quick. Hey, Trog. Got her charger block. Alright, yeah, that's Chef will get it done. Alright, let me get this here plugged in. If I missed anybody, apologies. I'm just getting the phone all set. I forgot my charger block. Let's hope it's a quiet night in the hood. I'm just having noodles tonight. I didn't even eat last night. Love Friday nights. It's 88 degrees, not too bad. Yeah, we had kind of a liquid dinner last night. I get to cutting up with Bird, and it's, we have a blast out there, and the time just flies. And I say, you know what? I don't even feel like. Yeah, it sure was fun. And thank you, Honey. You always make them. You and Shimei always make them a lot of. You make them a lot of fun. And it's not even going to Petaluma is not scintillating, riveting content, but people still show up. They really enjoy them. And we pick up a lot of new people as we go along. And so, it's fun. We got Lee Hale who's in here a lot, a few other new people. Actively contributing to what we're doing here. So very, very gratifying and a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot to pound for 5 hours, and it's worse in Vegas when you're basically pounding for 6 hours down there. But yeah, that's the way it goes, June. Start to get a couple beers on a Friday night, and I just lose the energy. Hey, Desert, I'm just having a good time. I'm sitting on my high knees on a chair. This is good. This is good, Dumbbell. There you go. Before you know it, it's just like, Hey, Barry. So it looks like Shimei and Ronnie are really doing it up in the moderating, and I really appreciate that. You guys did a great job last night. Great job. Yes, sir. Saturday night. Saturday. Capital Drag Raceway. Stock cars, funny cars, nitros. Falling Star. Cooked yourself nicely. Getting some coffee. Barry, how are you? If I missed anybody. Out of here. Somebody got a new Beamer. Somebody got a new Beamer. Somebody got a new Beamer. Boy. I don't eat that kind of food. me, Black Apple. I'm very resistant to that kind of food. Fast food in general, and that kind of food in particular. That's the lowest common denominator of eating in there. Taquitos is just a rolled tortilla with nothing in it. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee. The temperature drops away to 85. I'm pretty picky about my Mexican food, which is why I'm so often disappointed when I leave this area. Especially Las Vegas. Las Vegas is Mexican food, crashed and burned. There's no other way to describe it. No other way to describe it. Until it got sick. Yeah, you never know what kind of shenanigans are going on in fast food places. Because I'll tell you one thing, this one's a hell of a lot better run than the other one was. How you doing, Eddie? This is a lot better run than the other one. So what I was going to have last night, I'm going to have tonight, just some noodles. That's it. Go through the S-curve of doom. My favorite foods, Tony, are Italian. I would say number one, Italian, and then Chinese. Then I would put standard American fare, a good fried chicken. Another thing that's absolutely impossible to find in this town is a decent fried chicken. Impossible. That's why I like to just make my chicken in a bag. I don't have to mess with, I have to go back to Maryland to get decent fried chicken. Maryland Eastern Store Shore style. That's what I miss. Chickens just don't have the taste they used to. They have these, the average chicken, what they say in 1957 was 2.5 pounds. Now it's like 7 pounds. I don't go to Popeyes. I went to Popeyes. I did a review. The toilet was overflowing and smelled like a sewer in there. Then when they opened the Popeyes up here about 5 years ago, the prices were awful. The only thing they got is Tuesday you can get like 2 pieces of chicken and a drink, maybe a side for like $5 or something. But, then we went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. That was done. $40 for a bucket of chicken. Are you kidding me? $40? $40? How you doing, Cupcake? So, I said, the hell with that. I said, that's the end of... Kentucky fried chicken. So, it's just worth running your own recipe. I do a really good spice Korean chicken. It was inedible. Well, it wasn't as bad as it was 20 years ago. It was inedible. Then they just went back to the original recipe again. They were finagling and doing all kinds of crazy. Same thing with McDonald's. They went off the rails for a while. And people here have been so abused by fast food companies now. People will put down their money for anything. Any kind of slop they'll put down now. They'll even pay $18 for a Big Mac meal or something. I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, cooking, yeah, you can't ask Shimei to hold the Bible in one hand and a chef's apron in the other. It ain't gonna happen. All right. All right, where in the hell is that car? The sun's blocking me. I can't even see it. Brother, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I just want to get this baby parked in. Let's see if we can hit something while we're here. Oh, maybe that was good. We hit that pole good just then. I got the sun in my mirrors. I can't see behind me. This should be a little better now. There we go. Oof.
Uh-oh, you're not in both parking places equally.
I'll straighten it out. Thank you, sir.
I'm not going to harass you.
Yeah, you're all right. It's a recurrent theme in my life. But thanks for letting me know. All right. Goops have these spots on an angle. All these fires. You better get used to it. With high heat, especially out in the west, comes you get the terrifically dry brush. One thing, as somebody throws out a cigarette butt, or you go off a catalytic converter on the side of the road, and you light the whole place on fire, right? We're no strangers to wildfires in Santa Rosa, California. No one that lived here in 2017 will ever forget that. 6,000 homes burned down in 6 hours. Hotels, Kmart, stores, my gunsmith shop. That's how you know you're in Cali. So I know all about it. Yeah, you can see my video. It was one entry into the London Independent Film Festival over there, my 2017 video called The Great Santa Rosa Fire. I just realized you don't have a Shimei, are you Shimei's like, your currency just rose a little bit on the marketplace. I'm listening. Oi, what's up, Ramsey? You were in here a while last night. Man, it was nutty last night. I love that late night when we have the Friday night, we have the crew roll in and people are gone nuts over there. Hey Cindy, how you doing, honey? That was a great stream. Waiting to see if we're going to dip these temperatures. I don't know where Bird headed off to today. I guess to get some more psychedelics. Who in the hell knows? Anyway, it's very quiet, newsy day. I didn't see anything of importance or anything going on. So just the kind of day I like. My daughter sent me some food, some kind of frozen stuff for Father's Day. I appreciated that. Other one sent a Nike gift card, so I'll be getting myself some Nikes. Some more Miller Milers. They're my favorites. They're the best ones for long distance walking. But I'll tell you, I was feeling last night because we were doing some hill climbing too yesterday when we were out there chooching. I really don't know how I'm going to be able to do 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Vegas, max heat. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Adidas are good. I just like the build quality, the Nikes, and I'm sure I'd find a lot of other ones I like. I always have to remember not to take my, my Vans out, because Vans are totally flat with no support for skateboarding. Right. They're miserable. But I thought Petaluma was doing pretty good last night. It was popping. Shopping was fun. I didn't need a lot of stuff. The best part about Petaluma is just the nightlife, and just the people watching is great down here. This city just, people flee from this place. This city just has no idea how to make an inviting city. They're so, I don't want to say corporate, but so, right? They just no sense of, let's put some, Petaluma Pete actually moved to Southern California, Shemay. He's retired, moved down to be close to his kids down there. So I thought that was, did that for a lot of years. You gotta give him credit. But he will be missed. To us, better than just sit back and enjoy the drive-bys in peace. That's it. It's in my own world, working on my Afghan blind losing track. And what's going on, Naomi? How you doing? I guess you were around. I don't know what time you headed out last night. But we did have a liquid dinner last night for sure. I don't know, when that bird and I get together, it just flows. We always have a lot of laughs and stuff. Hey, Catherine, how are you? But I pay for it on Saturday morning. Rosie had a night. Ronnie's being kind with his verbiage as usual on here. Ronnie, let me ask you: do you ever have a beer or anything when you're doing that? When Shemay, I know Shemay started that yesterday by saying she was out of. She didn't have any liquor. I'm like, what are you gonna do, right? She's like, I don't have anything at all. I don't know how you could be here Friday nights and not pop a beer or have a drink or roll one and just chill, right? How you doing, CSM? Did you pay or no? I don't. No, I don't drink that much now. I don't ever get sick from drinking, honey. You just get to feeling good, and then the time flies, and you're like, you know what? I don't feel like mucking over the stove tonight. So I'll just pass on. I'll pass on eating. I don't know who needs a new belt, but Courvoisier VSOP, man, that stuff is good. That stuff is so good. Catherine, how you doing? Larry's is open, huh? Yeah, we love Shemay. We love you too, Cindy. Cindy gets her weekends back now. I've never seen such ignorant people in my life. It's all about me. That one last night, but I enjoy having a nightcap here and there myself. Yeah, that's cool because that's a long time. You know, you're around. You and Shimei's around a lot too. I mean, it's a long one. That song is in my Miss Jackson. I am for real. What's up, gas can? Crash, rip like I don't know. Gas can. Uh, yeah, so Saturdays I just like to pull it back together a little bit, just take it easy. I'll have a video up later too. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Pie, nice. I don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna make next. We used up a can of the one big can of the cherry, and then we added that supplemental can to it. Oh, I will, Cindy. Hey, Revlo. Going to California though. I would love to see the Hollywood sign. Yeah, we see you, Mystery. You can see my videos with, look at my video called The Day in LA. You can see up at Griffith Observatory. You're right up near the LA sign. I take you on Hollywood Boulevard on the freeways. All right. We have a whole day of it. I still can't believe all these people buy these military color cars. Yes, Larry's is up and I'm going up next week. Nice. Hey Magda, how you doing? You missed a humdinger last night. I like making fresh tortillas with flour. Those quesadillas are awesome. Yeah, I have never made my own tortillas. I like tostadas. I like that crispiness aspect to them. We still got that Taco Bell taco making kit that I've had for a while. Yeah, there's a video. If you want to see LA and the Hollywood sign and all that, mark that for later. Put it in your feed. Click on that and enjoy. I think that's one of the better cinematics I've done with just a simple smartphone all day long. If I had to pick, that's probably one behind Niagara Falls. That's probably my second favorite. Third would be A Night in Tijuana. I don't know what the weather holds coming up. I haven't even checked it today. I know Biden's in Hollywood doing a fundy. I don't know if they're last night or tonight. Who is it? Julia Roberts and who else? Who was at the star-studded gala last night in Hollywood? I don't know if the optics are really too good on that, you know? It's like, now, like the biggest movie out now is an animated feature. It's like they're starting to pull away from the big stars, Because frankly, people are getting sick and tired of all they're getting sick of all the Hollywood types. People like Epstein and all them killed it, and Weinstein. When I visited, I was shocked. Yeah, LA is very dirty. I always said LA and Vegas need a good power washing. Probably every city does, but can't imagine all that filth going down the sewer. Vegas in particular, so many tourists coming. You would think that those downtown bus stops, they would, all the urine and feces there, and you think that they would just take pressure wash all that stuff. Get a crew out there starting at 2 a.m. in the morning till about 7 a.m. Hey, Nino. Get that stuff cleaned up. I find myself just watching old documentaries and stuff like that. Like I've been binge watching on old Baltimore stuff from the 50s and 60s, all the ghettos and the housing projects and the riots, and bring back a lot of memories of growing up. With Nancy Pelosi's goofy father, the mayor of Baltimore, Tommy D. Yeah, I haven't gone to Yosemite. I'm not ever going to go there, I don't think. I just, yeah, thank you, Ronnie. There's the other one, Beneath the Roaring Falls. That's my other cinematic one I really enjoyed making. Yeah, nature's too, it's just too green. High school used eat all the time. There used to be nobody there in off season. With the long line done and trying to get a bear, pet a bear or a bison. Yeah, some woman was the latest one to be gored at Yosemite, or not Yosemite, but I don't know what the hell the one is. Where those big, shaggy-looking cattle. What do they call them? Buffalo. She got horned by one of those things. What's up, Beach Street? How you doing? What's the park out west? Yellowstone? Yeah, Yellowstone. I think people think those buffalo are just like cows or something. Going on a cruise in October. I like the honeymooners old mob. Yeah, I like all that stuff. I like to see the rioters light shit on fire in Baltimore in the 60s, and all the crack houses, and a lot of people in the comments are like, wow, I really miss the old days, Right. Life was spicy. Gunsmoke with James Arness. Tours falling out dead. Yeah, you get these dumb people. It's like a Darwin Awards. Right. At least these people won't be polluting the gene pool. Yeah, the visitors from Taiwan and China, they're famous for doing in Japan. Stepping backwards off the side. There ain't no coming back. They can't just pick you up and dust you off. That's why everybody's like, oh, wow, you ought to take, Rosie, you should take the mule ride down the bottom of the canyon. I said, I'm not kidding. Are you kidding me? This mule's going to get cockeyed down there, or something's going to sting it, or a rattlesnake, and this thing's going to get spooked, and off we are flying off the side of the canyon, right? Oh, they never lost a person down there. Well, it's got to start somewhere. Right? It's got to have the first, right? Yeah, I don't know. We was behind. We seen that whatever the hell was riding. The thing just jumped off the side. Just damn donkey just jumped right off the side of the thing. That was it. That was it. I could take Westerns selectively. No, but they're very easy to dose on. That's why Bonanza once a week was pretty cool. Brought to you by Chevrolet. Ding 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 doo doo. Doo 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 doo. What's up, Mystic Traveler? Cruising on a Sunday afternoon. No more ships for me. There you go, desert. In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas. Mystic, things are going all right. I'm just in a recovery mode from last night's live stream. Just taking it real easy tonight. Hey, Katie, how are you? Coconut pina colada. I get gun smoking bonanza. The Rifleman, starring Chuck Connors. Shane, I don't know what the other one. There are a few of them. Stressful week is over. I'm glad, honey. Bob Ross also helped me sleep. Sometimes I'll put on blizzard sounds like shh. Sometimes I'll put on rain. Sell us your search Mandingo. I can't wait till Jamba opens. What the hell is Jamba Juice? Is that Jamba? Jamba Juice? They're closing those things down here. I left my home. So I would never like to be on a cruise. Oh, Costco's got you too many. It's finally warming up. So far, it's been a cold summer. It's been below average here. Yeah, I just, I used to watch, there was another painter too who had like a foreign accent. Who used to talk about the unholy something. I don't know. Van Dyke Brown. I don't know what the hell it is. Dyke Brown something. Some kind of dykes. I don't know what it was. Dyke Bar Brown. I don't know what the hell I don't know what it was. Yeah, well, they're closing up Jamba Juices left, right, and center over here. It's just too fattish for people. Well, I just think for a lot of cruises now, I mean, they're geared for a lot of entertainment, a lot of food, a lot of eating. Demolished. Yeah, there's no Jamba Juices around here. They all folded up, man. Dairy Queen used to have Ocean Julius. Have I been to the Banker and Barker and Spawn Ranch? I have not. I try to avoid being out in nature too much and the great outdoors was the greatest degree possible. You know, I'd like a cruise where you just sit down and they just bring your meal to you. You get a choice of 2 entrees or whatever, fish or meat. And, you know, then it's done. You just like sit out on the deck, maybe do a little dancing, right? Just enjoy the vibe. I don't want to feel like I'm on a floating mall. Man, I grew up on the water. I don't think I've ever puked on a boat or anything. Deep sea fishing in wild November seas. Mosquitoes. 112. My beer evaporated. Yeah, Cindy's down in Phoenix. I don't know what the temp is in Phoenix right now. I just can't stand ground. That's why. Well, you know, I don't like to eat constantly, and it's, you know, and I'm just thinking about, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about norovirus and all that shit. A friend of mine every time goes on those values and no waves and much less people. Yeah, Viking River, yeah. Wow, sick for, wow, Nina, wow, yeah.
I'm sorry, I just woke up. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, that's a big help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My birthday was Monday.
Okay, yeah, mine's gonna be this Friday.
What?
My birthday will be this Friday.
June, Gemini.
Yeah, well, it's on the cusp. I don't know if it's Gemini or Cancer.
I'm supposed to stay away from this restaurant over there. He gets mad at me.
Well,
thanks for helping.
Yeah, I'm always happy to help.
I got 2 more years. I get my Social Security, then I won't be begging.
You don't. Hey, man, you don't have to explain anything. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
to. I'm happy to help. God bless.
Thanks for helping.
Okay. Yep.
Oh my God.
I was on Revlo. I'd be at dinner. Yeah, but I don't know. Just some people live to eat and some people eat to live. I guess I'm more of the eat to live kind. All you guys would have done the same. I try not to ever say no to anybody that asks me for anything. Lee, how was the fishing, man? Oh, we had a wild night last. Do you know about the new ringworm? Yeah, I saw that with, yeah, it's treatable. Well, Washington Post says I'm a Cancer. New York Times says I'm a Gemini. So everybody else says you're on a cusp. You have attributes of both. How you doing, Lurker? Yeah, I heard about the ringworm on the people getting it on the private parts and stuff, and eat mostly protein. Yeah, but I mean, I don't go on a cruise to want to work out in a gym, I just don't want to eat, so I have to work out. The only thing I would do is be taking about 30 walks around the whole ship. Yeah, Catherine's like, oh, I bet Catherine on a cruise. I beg your pardon. Did you all see that man's in Michigan? I did not. What happened at the splash pad? There's nothing like a mass shooting to make your Saturday. Cruise ships are filthy. If I was going to go on a cruise ship, I would want it to be either the most low end, just a beer, Kid Rock, just all out shit face cruise, or I would want it to be a very high end one, like I have to put my tuxedo on for dining with the captain. Was shot. I just don't know if they were injured. I don't know. People are getting kind of used to dodging bullets these days. So Magda, who was at the Hollywood Hoodoo last night? Who was out there? Two northern snakeheads. Are they good eating? Was the best day of my life. That's it. Well, I got a double header. I got Father's Day tomorrow, and I got birthday on Friday. Yeah, I was just wondering who was at the Hoodoo. I only know of George Clooney, Julia Roberts, and who's the comedian? Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, Bubble. Who knew snakehead would be good eating? If I'd have thrown that off that bridge, I could have had 6 really nice salmon yesterday. Susan Sarandon and Tom Hanks. Kevin Costner. Oh, I guess Robert De Niro had to be there, right? That'd be, it's just another. Yeah, well, Shemay, God love you, honey. Look at how wonderfully you turned out. Leave your live stream way too long. I have no idea what that means, Bubble. Talk to me like I'm a 5th grader. I also spray the room with Lysol. I just like to boil the whole room. Right. Robert De Niro. Hey, motherfucker, you. On the streets of New York. Hey, motherfucker. You're a has-been, man. Fuck you. F you. He went De Niro out there. Yeah, I try to stay in the lowest quality hotel. How you doing, Magenta? I'll be holding forth in the downtowner. Yeah, it's probably, who knows, doesn't have AC yet. It'll be alright. It's only going to be 112. Hello, Oren. How you doing? Good. No, at his old age said, Daddy. I'm not saying, I didn't say it. I'm saying what the crowd said when they trolled him. And they made him lose his shit. He lost it. I liked it. All the F-bombs were flying outside of the courthouse. Smoking some ribs. There you go, chef. It's It's old school LA pre-air conditioning. How competent staff is. Well, now they have more pick and choose. I don't know about the high-end hotels, but most places are only changing your sheets like every third, or cleaning your room every third or fourth day. Right? There's really very little daily maid service anymore, which is probably better for the environment and energy and all that. You know, you can sleep in your own filth for 3 or 4 days. Three. Yeah, there's only one Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, but I didn't get to hear him on TV with like De Niro's. I can only imagine. Don't worry, Mystery. We'll make it, honey. It's been a beautiful day here in Texas. Nice. Dennison. Who in the hell is Dennison? Rocky Balboa's cousin, Jimmy Dennison. Maybe he meant to say De Niro and it got lost in translation. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? I don't know, Redlow. I haven't spent enough time down there. I would say Pixley's up there. Do you think Trump is a bag of dirty, is as big of a dirty mouth as Nixon was? I don't know, honey. I mean, you know, if a man can't F-bomb, ooh, ooh, ooh. We just live in a different day when, you know, back in the day, people would keep their mouth shut for life about what went on inside the Oval Office and stuff. Now people can't wait to try to make money on what is said. Hey, Linda P, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Was that De Niro that you were putting on there? Every president cusses. Probably Jimmy Carter didn't cuss. Maybe he should have. There was a meeting with Trump, and they left perplexed as to rambling. I don't know. Was it? Are you talking about where? Are you confusing that with Biden, where he was frozen at the? You know, they had a celebration, all the blacks on the lawn with Juneteenth or whatever, and he was frozen like a statue. I can't. I get them confused. Man, if you're not alarmed looking at that video, look like a Macy just posed me. It's like I have 12 tomato plants growing right now. I mainly have an orchard. Well, I mean, these people aren't young. I mean, these ain't no spring chickens. This is the best we can do, right? I saw the. I mean, I'm just saying, Desert. That was alarming, man. I mean, this guy didn't know if he was on Mars or Jupiter or Uranus. Uh, I mean, that'll send a shiver up your spine. I don't think Trump's health is that great either. We got the first debate coming up, right? And the people are going to want to see Trump go off script, right? I knew a lady with part of the man. She even could dance and sing or try to. Sounds like a Helen Keller story. Patty Duke's greatest role. A meltdown at the debate. Well, I thought you didn't like either of them. What does it matter? A lot. We'll have to wait till the October surprises come out. They always bring them out. Folks, cut the malarkey. We got a big election coming up in November, and I'm going to need your help. Yeah, they're both going to have meltdowns. Well, if a candidate is now behaving like I'm just, and I got nothing against Joe Biden. I think he's a decent person. But Lord, if he's acting like all stiff like that, and it's frightening because that means Kamala Harris, and that's a real nightmare, right? So anybody that might have voted, anybody that's on the edge and might vote for Biden is looking behind at that and saying, "Whoa." I don't know who Trump's VP is going to be. There's going to be a lot of angry beavers on election night, that's all I know. But I shall once again sleep soundly in my bed without a care in the world. I think the border stuff really killed all this immigration stuff. Really hurt Biden. Just the images of all the hotels in New York filled up with these people, and no end in sight, and just like, having a kid at his age, I don't know. Went to the convention. What convention? I don't know, Ronnie. I'm just saying it was alarming to me, that thing. There's a lot of stuff I like about President Biden. Has kept a very quiet, presidential sort of aura about the office of the presidency that I think was sorely lacking under Trump. I just waited every day for the next Rosie O'Donnell thing to come out or something. I wouldn't go by any polls right now because it's a long way between now and election day. But if I was Biden, I would muzzle the Hollywood types. I see as a general population vote right now, and a general vote is probably 50-50. But I think at this point in time, the electoral map's going to be very difficult for Biden, especially with Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada, states he carried before, I think are going to be exceedingly difficult to carry, especially those that have been affected by, like Arizona, with illegal immigration and border out of control. So I think the electoral college is different than the general vote. When are you leaving town? I'm leaving town on I think it's the 6th of July. And then I'm going to LA. And then on the 9th of July, I'm heading to Vegas. The president should go serve his time. Biden doesn't have a new policy. Biden has an election policy. The only reason he changed the border policy is because it's like a Hail Mary for the votes down there. It's too late. People are smart enough to realize political expediency now, and they're not falling for it. Because they know as soon as the election's over, if he's reelected, those borders are going to open up like a sieve. Well, I'm just saying, serve your time, take your lumps, right? But he has appeals processes to go through. He ain't gonna see the inside of a jail. Illegal to try to stop who you're running against. Shake that booty. Look at that booty, bouncing that booty. That club booty, girl, you got that booty. So nice our music today uplifts women in society. Misogynist much? I think if Trump wanted to be who he would serve time will be friend and borrow more money. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's above the law. I suspect what will happen is the Court of Appeals will toss the trial, and they'll remand it back to the lower court for a retrial, change of venue and all that. He was campaigning. I don't know. He has to watch his health. It's a very stressful campaigning, flying here and there. He flew all the way from Italy to Hollywood, and that shit takes a toll. I don't know if you guys know. I traveled for business a lot, and I was in my 30s and shit, and man, even that took it out of me. Well, I'm a little afraid of Trump. I'm not going to say, right? I mean, in the Navy, they have a term for it. It's called a loose cannon on deck, right? It's just the unpredictability of it. I want to see Rosie O'Donnell front and center. I think people would have died anyway. It took a while to develop the vaccine. I know if my father had it available, he'd still be alive if it was 2 months earlier. Well, I mean, he didn't make an impact on me. I mean, I don't go by what the president tells me to do about a vaccine. I don't think he ever told anybody to drink bleach. I mean, the guy is educated. I'm not going to pick up the jug of Clorox and take a swig. Even a cat knows not to do that. You got to be a little nervous about Trump, right? Because, you know, the first year could just be payback and mayhem. And a lot of people might like that. I don't know. My only wish for Trump was that he was more presidential in nature and less, right. Yeah, I know. I barely made C's myself. And I don't mean C's candy. I think I came out of high school with a grand 2.5 average, or 2.4 average maybe. I wasn't exactly knocking the cover off the ball, you know, but I was in a very tough curriculum. What's surprising? I'm just waiting for him to tee up Rosie O'Donnell again. That's the one. Right? I know she's waiting in the wings. It's open fire again. You gotta watch out for Baby Socks. She'd hold you down. Baby Socks can't stand me, but she's always there. I just go. They were talking about how illiterate he actually was. Baby Socks has, even when I'm putting the food down this morning out there, things hissing at me. I'm like, really? Let's bite the hand that feeds us, why don't we? Oh, man. That cat is impossible for that cat to warm up to anybody. Impossible. You might as well be like Siegfried and Roy with a lion next to you. If that thing had a chance, that cat would tear my head off. That's how I rate. Oh, Rosie O'Donnell, she'll be surfacing again, Chef. There's no way she can keep that mouth shut. I'm going to move to Canada if Trump gets elected. Rip your sack off is right. Well, we still got 4 months to go. July, August, September, October. Yeah, we still got to get through July, August, September, October. Then we got to wait for the October surprise. I don't really know enough about Whoopi Goldberg, but I know the people on The View are pretty spaced out. You know, it's almost like they can't believe. I don't know that cat, but it's almost like they can't believe that Trump could actually be president. That's kind of the, you know, it's almost like every day they're in shock that people were going to vote for former President Trump. It's like, what's the disconnect? What are they missing? Sam Jackson from Canada. Well, I guess we have classes of felons, Magda, right? We have our white collar felons, and we have our gun toting felons. How you doing? Hey Phil, how you doing? Marion Barry. Well, I think in DC it's just a matter of race down there. right? And then, he was ousted for corruption. They voted him back in. Well, he's a strong leader. He said, I'm going to fix this Hamas situation once and for all. Right? We're not going to leave it undone like General George C. Meade left it undone after Gettysburg. He had Robert E. Lee with his back to the Potomac River, raging Potomac River after a storm. He could have had the whole army in his hand right there, and he left it undone and brought 2 more years of misery. Yahoo knows people have a very short memory. Only as long until the next Hollywood blockbuster comes out. We could pick any mayor of the last 5 mayors of Baltimore. There's just a joyous level of incompetence. I mean, when your district attorney goes to jail, you just don't see the level of corruption in the red states that you do in the blue. I think that's because too much money's swishing around because, if you're a blue state, people have less money, they're more easily bought off. I think in red states, the people that run generally are wealthier, so it's a little harder to corrupt them. Oh, wow, that's something. That's it, Chef. I was thinking you tick it down. I mean, I didn't do it till the other day when somebody told me tick down the cities and how they are. New York City, blue disaster. Washington D.C., blue disaster. Baltimore, blue disaster. Right? Chicago, blue disaster. San Francisco, blue disaster. LA, blue disaster. I guess if you choose to look at it that way, I just try to be realistic. Trump was on it. Well, that was the early days of the pandemic. There was a lot of stupid shit that people were saying, including the members of that administration. And they're jailing their opponents. What do you think I'm writing about, Magda? But you and I have different rationale for the cause of that happening. I think, if anything, we'll trace it to a liberal, overly liberalization of education, where we started substituting, social stuff instead of hardcore studies, and we turned to social agendas instead of education, and we subsidized everything. That's not our salvation, that's our downfall. Johnny Depp is a good actor, but messed up as they come and won't even work. I think Johnny Depp is just on some heavy shit every day. Uh, I hope not, Magda. People just, we just seem to be in a spin dive right now. You have to push on the rudder opposite the direction of the spin and rev the engine and pull up on the stick. I learned that in FAA training, how to get out of a spin. Stall and spin. Extreme right when being that vacuum that my young neighbor. Oh, that's really nice. I have a nice one out front at Chimay, a real good one, really good quality. Ain't no stamp print stuff. This is all sewn together. Yeah, I think Depp is enjoying his life, right? I mean, if you got it, enjoy it. Look at poor Michael J. Fox, right? I mean, right? Well, I think all we can do is just hope that we pull out of this dive we've been in. That's living life. That's it, Phil. Should have made all of them, right? Oh no, they're cooking beans. Oh shit. Oh, what a wretched smell that is. I don't know. That coffee's like it must be cooking that coffee that comes from monkeys crap, and they take the beans or whatever. I don't know what it is. They must have forgot to take the cover off of it or something. Well, I'm surprised Robert Kennedy had he had a booth at the fair here, so at the Wednesday night market. So that wasn't geared to take any votes away from Trump. I guarantee you that. Uh, Empires is 240. Well, we've been Gary John. Doing good, Tammy. Janet's got a birthday coming up on the 2nd, July 2nd. William can elect a president has 34 felonies against him. I guess we have a difference between soft felonies and, armed robbery, murder, mayhem, things like that. It's like white collar felony. Really knowing this, I'll refrain from with the people behind the keyboard. Well, that's cool, Cobra. I try to strike a very even tone here. I always have. Well, it's still felony, but people aren't going to make that distinction. Yeah, I always try to have balance here. Always. I try to be objective. I try to look at things and say, okay, he's got felonies, but you know that, I know that, but the average person looks at that and they think, uh, yeah, Nixon was a white collar covering up a shitty little 2-bit break into the Democratic place. Yeah, that was another dumb one. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency of the United States, effective midnight tonight. Both Pat and I have been honored to be your president and vice president. Now we turn over the reins of our government to the capable hands of Vice President Gerald R. Ford. Good night, good luck, and God bless. I have to get a whole repertoire of presidential voices. Oh, Agnew was terrible. He was the governor of Maryland. He was another one that got his meat caught in a cookie jar. Marvin Mandel, then the next day, he got caught with his hand, the Democratic governor of Maryland. He got disgraced for corruption. I mean, it's endemic. It's that blue state corruption. Big city corruption. Take care, Shimei. Thanks for coming in. Right? Spiro T. Agnew. I'll tell you one good thing that he did was get the National Guard into Maryland in '68 during the riots. I'm surprised Magda never took shots at Vice President Nelson T. Rockefeller. Well, they have their brain trust, right? Whoever loses in November, it's just, well, you can hope they won't be a sore loser, but we know better. Who was doing it? Yeah, tax. I know who he was. I grew up under him as governorship. Then Marvin Mandel, the following government, got in trouble for racing payoffs and shit. The whole, half of Maryland and all of the Baltimore City administration is corrupt. Yeah, monkey coffee. DC corrupt. More like a civet cat or something, right, Ronnie? I mean, who wants to drink that? We'll take a loss and move on. I don't know about the people who wanted him to pray, brother. Has anybody said they're going to leave the country yet? Is Kathy Griffin going to pack her bags? You know. I might end up going back to Hong Kong. I have my permanent residency there. See y'all later. Yeah, but you're living under a Chinese regime. I know. Good food, nice housing, nice looking gals. Yeah, what's to hate? So I might end up digging a canal with a teaspoon one day. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's honest labor. Oh my God, Pelosi's father. Oh my Lord. Tommy D'Alessandro was the worst. Hiding under his desk during the riots. Police Commissioner Pomerleau, and oh man. Yeah, I never forgave D'Alessandro. Left us all in a lurch in Baltimore. Fighting for our lives there. No help at all. Thank God Agnew had the sense. Well, I don't ever talk about anybody's appearance. I'd never do that. Right? I think that's we have to be of a higher caliber here. Right? Ain't none of us supermodels, so. And I mean that in a positive way. I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, Kamala Harris. I don't think Bernie understands basic economics. Is my fear about him. Seems like a nice guy. You know, you wouldn't worry if he was watching your kids for a weekend or something. But as far as economics, this guy needs to take Econ 101 to understand what takes to make a dollar in the country. Nice guy, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the effort and the love he has for the United States of America. That means a lot to me. See, I don't get the same feeling from President Trump that I really love America, right? I get the feeling from him I love Donald Trump. So I just think, can we ever pass out of that mode? And, you know, can we be country oriented? I get to, you know, Biden's like one foot in one side and one the other. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I know you don't disagree. I'm just saying we try not to talk about it. I mean, we're allowed to talk. Like, if the president looked incapacitated standing there at that Juneteenth day, well, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm saying it was a really bad optic. I mean, it's like he's trying to think, what are we doing here? Or, you know, I don't know what he was thinking, right? I don't know what he was thinking. And then I see Trump being all bombastic after court, and I just think, half of his former administration, he canned all of them. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, where is the loyalty? Yeah, Phil, it wasn't a good optic, man. That art about John Blanchard, it was specific. Yeah, I didn't hear the speech. I only heard the commentary on people talking about it. So I hope both of these guys can step up for the nation. Make sure you're running for president. If you're Biden, make sure you're physically able to handle the office. The best thing you could do for this nation is understand if you have any physical or mental limitations, you're not doing this nation any favor by running for presidency. And if you're Donald Trump, you're not doing this country any favors if you're running for yourself and your self-esteem and your ego. And it's got to be more than revenge, and all that. It has to be a pure-hearted love for this country. Now, I have to say, Bernie Sanders exhibited that pure love, right? But he didn't have the economic acuity to really understand. Everything's very simple to socialist mind when it comes to, saying just tax people more or tax the rich more and all that. It's not that easy. Yeah, I hope so, Noah. I have to trust in that. Well, Magda, that's politics, honey. It's not a kid glove endeavor. It's going to be hands off, fisticuffs to the face and the October surprises and all that kind of stuff. So, that's part of politics. It's going to be mean and nasty, and especially these days. We're still going to have problems with the extreme right wing. We don't even think that we can, most of us don't even have faith in the judiciary. When I was growing up, nobody questioned the judiciary. I didn't like Earl Warren. I didn't like the decisions he made, but I respected him as somebody that would look over things. And, right, we never thought about politics involved. Now it's, if the Alito flies his flag upside down at their beach property, I'm supposed to, take some kind of thing from that, as if people can't have an opinion anymore. The same way people attack Christian nationalism. They don't attack they attack because they attack the values of it. As if somebody can't have values anymore as an American. It's like we're just supposed to sit those values aside and just forget about them. It's impossible. Right? There's nothing wrong with standing up for what you believe. And if you get the votes to do it, you got the votes to do it. If you don't, you don't. Hey Brad, how you doing? Yeah, I finally figured out the other day it's not the Christian nationalists they hate, it's their values. Oh, Magda. I have nothing against President Biden. I have nothing against former President Trump. I want the best president in office that we can have, because the problems are titanic that we face in the future. Well, I don't know about that, Amanda. I think anybody who listens to me knows that I'm very even-handed about things. Yeah, two old guys, exactly. Jerry. You don't have to hide. We're not here. We're just here to exchange ideas, that's all. Oh, I think everybody will vote. I don't talk about who I supported in politics, Magda. I always try to be fair and even-handed. I've always thought the way I vote is a secret matter for me in the voting booth. Yeah, Shemai's got to do her church duties tomorrow. Yeah. Uh, back, I remember distinctly in 2016, I had my camper van. It was parked in downtown Santa Rosa on election night. It right across from the Barnes and Noble bookstore I don't know what the hell it was, D Street or whatever. And I was listening to I was doing an overnighter in a van, and I was listening to returns, and frankly, I went to bed that night thinking that Hillary Clinton was, or I was still up at Hillary Clinton. I thought that she was going to be the president of the United States. And then all of a sudden, like Florida flipped or something like that. And, in other words, I said Trump had to run the table perfectly to win, and he ran the table perfectly. He could not afford to lose one state that he didn't carry. In 2020, coming off the, with the stuff that was going on, uh, I had assumed that Trump would win a second term in office, and it wasn't like a landslide against him. It was a very close vote. And I knew then that the nation was divided in a way that would never bring it together again. And you know what Jesus Christ and Abraham Lincoln said: "A house divided against itself cannot stand." And I think that that's going to bear out over time. Yeah, what could go wrong? Yeah. The nation sees two realities. That's well said, Ronnie. I mean, that's exactly it. It's urban blue versus, the rest of the nation, right? You take away the populations of the cities, and you would have a landslide Republican votes every time. Clintons are evil people. Well, I think Hillary Clinton is not a very kind person. And when she lost the election, and she got drunk and went after her staff, and I thought, oh wow, this is the real. I thought, wow, this is the real deal, right? Right. But we all know why people in the city favor, because they get the better subsidies, they get the better, the better deals. Yeah, I appreciated that. She did stand by Bill Clinton. I thought that was good. Just like Francis Swaggart stood by Jimmy Swaggart. I admired that. I admire her standing next by him. I mean, it takes a very forgiving person, and we all make mistakes, right? Those relevant. Many were battery operated. Yep, I remember, Tony. But Hillary Clinton is now faded from the scene. She will not be running for office again or anything. And Bill Clinton's happy to run his foundation. He's still a guy I'd like to go to lunch with and hang out, slap a little skin. Hey, Kimberly, have a few laughs. Talk about cigars in the White House. Oh, yeah, it's funny you should bring that up. I was just telling Hillary the other night. It's a good thing I stopped smoking. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Hillary. I got a nice birthday present from Hillary. Comes up to me and says, "Bill, I've got the biggest and best surprise for your birthday present. I bet you can't guess what it is. You're moving out." Hey, goggles. uh, but we love our politicians. I be honest with you, Bill Clinton was the last time I ever really felt good about this country under the Clinton president. I felt great about it under Reagan, so under Bush, right? I felt really good about it under Clinton. I felt really lousy about it under Bush. And it's just like you have to wear a blue dress. Oh, people care. People care. People care. People care. How you doing, Max? 9/11 changed everything. You're right, Brad. But I finally remember the Clinton days, WorldCom, and all the telecom stuff. Everybody was flying high, and then Enron. I see these guys walking out with, cleaning out their desks, walking out the door on the news, right? Yeah, we got canned today. I would be willing to bet most people have no idea what their party even stands for, because they're all the same these days. No, hey, please. Hey, Kimberly, it's fine, honey. Kimberly, we know I'm not expecting President Biden, nor am I expecting Vice President Kamala Harris to be campaigning in Tennessee. Okay. They're not going to be campaigning in Louisiana and South Carolina and Jay. At least John F. Kennedy would campaign in Dallas and in Texas, and we never get it. I hope so too, Naomi. I hope so too. Austin's it's a liberal, it's a bastion. That's good. Yeah, it was a different era then because he had Johnson on his ticket. Oh, and that was horrifying. That was the most costly president in history. The Patriot Act, terrible, terrible, terrible. Is Magda from this? I'm not sure who or what Magda is, to be honest with you. Well, Chicago, Magda, with the old saying was vote early, vote often. We'll see how it all plays out. I don't ever pry into anybody's life. I don't know. I mean, she could be in LA, she could be in New York, she could be in, I suspect she's in the United States because of the hours she keeps, but she could be anywhere. She could be in Montreal, she could be in Ottawa. Always keeps her identity very secretive. It could be Phil. I have no idea. I do try to set a good temperament. What the hell happened there? I do try to keep an open dialogue so we can at least talk. Well, you know, and here in the Boyds, why a person would, and it's not because. Oh, well, you know, Magda, I honor your. You know, honey, I've never been one to tell. Oh, you need to come on camera. You need to show your face. You know, I don't. You know, the hell do I care? What am I going to tell other people to do? Right? Callie Mo was here. You know, I'll say what I always say. Who in the hell am I? Well, you'll have a hard time ever convincing me that Lyndon Johnson wasn't the worst president in history. He was a good bookend for his namesake, Andrew Jackson. Somebody asked me last year, how come I can't find any inauguration speech for Andrew Johnson? I said, you know why? Because the people he was so drunk on inauguration day that he just slurred so bad. No, but they just didn't even bother writing down what to go. They just sat him down, right? It said, all right, thank you. Clap your hands and go. Little did we know that guy would be, of course, that was the last time we had a president from one party and a vice president from the other. Yeah, it's true. Pride of Tennessee there. Lincoln being a Republican and Johnson being a Democrat. Oh, Johnson was terrible. His Great Society is the worst thing that was ever inflicted on this nation. It created just a terrible precedent for federal government interference. Yeah, he was a drinker. You know, we're all drinkers. We like our bourbon, right? Oh, I think Abraham Lincoln was the greatest president of all time. FDR was a great leader. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941. A day that will live in infamy. The imperial forces of the Empire of Japan struck at the very heart of America at Pearl Harbor. Therefore, I shall this day ask the Congress of the United States for a declaration of war. That's when men were men. Grab your sack, get the job done. Tough people, man. Tough people. FDR had his Lucy Mercers and his little dalliances. Poor Ellen Roosevelt had to get his body back from Warm Springs and deal with his girlfriend down there. But she, you know, women were made different then. She sucked it up. She took it for the team. She took it for the team. You gotta admire that. Oh shit, racism's been a fact of American politics. Are you kidding me? Good Lord. It's like baked in a cake here. Oh, I grew up with George Wallace campaigning, getting shot in Laurel, Maryland, and I went through the whole deal, man. Black and white lunch counters and segregated movie theaters, amusement parks. I grew up, I saw it all. Right there in Baltimore City. Yeah, Nixon was, yeah, those wage and price controls were terrible. Stupid idea. Barry. You sound like you're in the Gone with the Wind. I don't think he resigned in disgrace. He was very beloved. He resigned because he couldn't effectively be in power anymore. That's when the times when people did care about what people did, and even though his thing was very penny ante, and he should have just come clean and just did it up, you know. All right. He was a great president. It just shows you even the greatest men can be tripped up by stupid shit. Haldeman, Ehrlichman. I remember like it was yesterday. My mother would be glued to the Watergate hearings with Senator Rodino from New Jersey. I lived through all that nightmare. Sam Rodino. Yeah. Milton, what was his name called? The segregation now, segregation forever. It's like, you go, dude. Like, really? I mean, how's your meat? All right. Yeah, we got cat fever. My favorite stuff was Nixon would try to tell the Washington Redskins how to play football. I love that, the coach. We won't have Dick Nixon to kick around anymore. All right. I don't know if I still have my Nixon Resigns newspaper. Let me see if I still have that. too lazy to go through all that. I still got my 9th grade yearbook. We looked at that one time. That was pretty cool. PS 232. Oh, PS 233. We sure love you. In our classrooms, we cause mayhem. And if you don't do this, we're gonna you. Oh, PS 233. The pride. No ghetto talk tonight. What's up, Lee? I'm just singing the old PS 233. I was thinking about a dozen #1 Jimmys from Bo Brooks. Because he has money. Money gets you a lot, but if he's got good-looking women because of money, what does that say about the women? My mother used to famously say, "It takes two to tango." Do 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 do. I think President Trump caught a pretty handsome figure in his younger days. All right, here we go. We get the side chat on. Man, some #1 Jimmys sound good. Well, we all get older, Mac. Ain't none of us models, you know? Right? Man, I had ants all over my... They love the Courvoisier VSOP. How about that? That's pretty wild. Who in the hell's Orban? What happened? Were you part of the Dukakis one-state sweep? Hey, Joni. You might have not been here with the Dukakis one-state sweep. See, that's the truest thing. Nobody gives a shit what California people think. Not one person's vote would ever be changed with anything that was said here. No, I thought Dukakis only won Massachusetts, the one-state sweep. Oh, okay, Mondale. That was pretty bad. I remember Tom Marr, the commentator on radio, the Man Marine, talking about the one-state sweep. How many states did Dukakis win when he ran? Hey, how you doing, Judy? I'm like a beach bum out here. confused me. Damn, I love you, June. Mm. Your refreshing honesty. I'm not really sure how long I'm going to be on, honey. Well, at this point in time, I think if the governor of California ran, he would have a stronger chance at winning against Trump. And I just say that because I just think in my political science, education, and background, it's younger, right, suave, debonair. He's positioning himself for 2028. I mean, he'll definitely have his hat in the ring. That's not even a state, man. Did he win Minnesota? He seemed like a decent person. He just had that hangover of Jimmy Carter. The first time I ever heard Trog weigh in on anything. It's like, oh, June. You are one of a kind, honey. Too close to fail. He was hurt by being a part of Carter. Carter left a real bad taste in people's mouth. I know because I lived through it. The Iran hostage. Dun, 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 dun. This is Nightline with Ted Koppel. America held hostage. Day 432. Every night that played. That really got me. That was the clincher for me. Dun, 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 dun. This is ABC News Nightline. Do, 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 do. Good evening. Frank Reynolds from New York. Bringing a new program tonight. Nightline. It'll air at 11:30 on your local news stations on ABC. See, I got a mind like a steel trap. I remember stuff from 40 years ago like it was yesterday. Having said that, Carter was a very decent person, as was his wife. Geraldine Ferraro, yeah, I remember her. I remember her. Yeah, Willie Horton. Dukakis' downfall was Massachusetts too. Nobody down south was going to go for that. We're not, Lee. We're just speculating, man. We're just shooting the breeze. We're trying to get Amanda Hug and Kiss educated here to some extent. Willie Horton. No kidding, Judy. Who was that senator from South Carolina I really liked? A really smart guy. I can't think of his name right now. I wish he had run. So when are you getting married, Amanda? No, it wasn't Strom Thurmond. My flowers turned out to be mustard greens. Lee's all about the fishing. Really smart guy, Strom Thurmond. And Jesse Helms. Really smart guy in the Senate, grilling people. I can't think of his name. Well, when you define what you mean by helped, I think Anita Hill had a bone to pick herself, so she was a political stooge. Oh, chef. You should be writing for the Tonight Show or something, you know what I mean? Damn, man. Oliver North would have made a great leader. You gotta respect the core. Oh, parties in September. Wait till yeah. I'm happy for you, Amanda. I don't care about Iran-Contra. We're trying to get rid of a dictator in Nicaragua. What do I give a rat's? All's fair in love and war. And you know what? That shitty regime is still in there. Let me get a beer. Should have taken that guy out once and for all. The Sandinistas. Oh, brother. Amanda, you didn't have to send me anything, honey. I'm going to have to send you something for your birthday, though. Not your birthday, for your pending nuptials. What's here, bro? What a beautiful turnaround from what it was. Yeah, El Salvador. Cheers, man. Good pupusas. Let's hear it for Salvadoran cuisine. A better chance on the turn. Right. I don't even try anymore, right? You're funny, Trog. Not. What the hell was I going to eat tonight? Oh, I got some noodles tonight. Always single and ready to mingle, honey. Are you kidding? I got two grown girls, 30 something and late 20s, early 30s. Did you see what happened with the Southwest flight last couple of days? I did not. I haven't really followed it. The freaking Howley, are you in Hawaii? I'm imagining. I had to get the hell out of there. That island was so bitter, man. That was so bitter. There you go, Trog. Need to get me some Sandinista gorilla gear. Ramsey, where have you been? Oh, wow, Lurker. Yeah, we're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for people these days. I mean, you never know when you step on a plane, you know? You don't know the competency of shit anymore. It's like a crash course, and this is how we're going to fly this jet. Open your book to page 22. Trog, it's a pretty good light beer. I'm going to say it's a pretty good light beer. I mean, I'm not that highfalutin for beer and stuff, and I can't stand ale. Because ale is just something that they rush to market. Well, I'm telling you, freaking, I had to get the hell out of there. The politics were so bad. You couldn't even ride a bus safely on the east side of the Oahu. Welcome to the hood. Wednesday's a holiday, Juneteenth. Well, I liked a lot of stuff about Hawaii. It had very cheap property taxes, but it had very high income tax, which I kind of thought was maybe it was the opposite. It should, I don't know, but it was a very it's like the government looked down on the people, right? They didn't consider them. It was a very nanny state. It was the most nanny state that I'd ever been to. I lived there for 9 months. And it was a very paternalistic type of state. Oh yeah, RV, nice. I really want to get a Rialta and just drop the engine and put a new drivetrain in. I had, if you look at my, if you subscribe and look at my playlist, you'll see all kinds of RV stuff down there. I had a 74 GMC motor coach, and I had a 88 Coachman camper van. The GMC we called the Rolling Rancho. I like the Buick. I like the Buick a lot. I'm leaning towards the Buick. It's befitting my station in life to have a Buick. You know, it's got a lot of mass to it. 40-foot dives I went on. What do you think of the Buick, Amanda? You like the Buick? It's a very stately ride. 40+ dives I went on. No, I have not test driven it yet. They speak English in Hawaii. There is an attempt to bring back the native Hawaiian language, but you don't really hear it too much except on the in Waianae on the west coast. Oh, come on, Alan. You can't dislike everything, dude. I looked up Buick. I didn't see any problems with Buicks. Have good reliability. I'm not saying I'm going to buy it, but I'm just saying. These RV losing one of the hillbillies. You know, because they're not traveling. They're all stationary. I mean, you got like Mike living free up in the desert, and he's, you know, 2 years ago, he's putting videos out about how he bought his piece of paradise, this piece of scrubby land up in Arizona. Now, 2 years later, that was a mistake. Now we're looking at other land. And meanwhile, the prices went up on everything. It's like, don't buy stuff out in the desert, right? Don't buy stuff out in the desert. This is an attempt at academic. What does that mean, Magda? Oh, Allegro, nice. Yeah, Hawaii's pretty much ruined. He's running a program. He ain't gonna buy a piece of land. He's gonna, at the end, he's gonna say I couldn't do it, and I'm back. I'm just gonna stay here. They ruin every city they get into. Look around. They ought to be ashamed. Who is they? What are we talking about? You do so much driving. I'm looking and looking like a lot. Oh, it was. Yeah, but I flipped it. No, I met Blackbird in Las Vegas. There was an attempt. Yes. There's an attempt there to, yes. Yeah, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau. Yeah, on the Waianae side. In the islands, we do it island style. Oh, pee-hee, man, another swell's coming your way. Do-do-do. Oh, pee-hee in the sun. Oh, pee-hee, grab your hat and run. I just wake up to Frank B. Shaner in the morning. K-I-N-E. Hawaiian in the morning. K-Ili'i Rachel. Seems to, I'm not sure, Freaker. I just, I'm more interested in the, well, even the food scene was terrible there. You just get island fever after 9 months. No, you like to hear us reminisce. I mean, I enjoyed the Hawaiian music, the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau, and I love slack key guitar. Yeah, we were at Cav TV. We had PC down there. Oh, okay, happy face. I used to listen to K-I-N-E in the morning. They're kind. How you doing, brother? The tube, you know, I need to show up on your yard someday. Frank B. Shaner, what a great morning radio host. We have a lot of fun. Well, I'm telling Alan, I'm not necessarily going to buy the Buick, but I'm not gonna just discount it, right? Wedge Square breakdancing. Felix. Oh, too funny. Oh, hee hee, man, swell coming your way. Oh, hee hee in the sun. Oh, hee hee, grab your hat and run. Hee hee, man, swell coming your way. There was some cool stuff I enjoyed about Hawaii. I love surf fishing in the morning. I did caught some moi and some nice fish. I enjoyed fishing in Hawaii. Uh, that was pretty cool to get up in the morning and go over to the windward side. Do a little fishing. You know, it was expensive living there, you know, because everything has to be brought in. And under the Jones Act, everything has to be brought in on American flag vessels, so that makes it really expensive too, right? But I remember sitting on Waikiki Beach at the Aloha Hotel, the Moana Loa there, with the big banyan tree in the courtyard, watching the hula dancers with the sun going down. Oh, Waikiki, at night the trade winds are calling. And I thought, wow, man, does it get any better than this? Right? Right. A schlub like me, right? Hey, Blackbird. So I had all the memories aren't bad. Some of them are good. Turtle Bay was cool. Hanama Bay. They had the big waves at I can't remember which one it was. Waimea Bay. I kind of like the windward side, but it rains a lot on the windward side. Right, you have all these different microclimates there. The Poly Lookout was cool. Capono does a live stream. Yeah, that's cool. Dukes is just a beautiful place there. It's good to know Dukes is still going strong. But I lived on Tuzatala Street. And I used to like to walk the Alawai Canal in the morning. Oh, yeah, the Chicken Island. But the Hawaiian diet is absolutely horrific over there. Absolutely horrific. Don Ho, Rabbit Guns bought all. Oh wow, Honey Bubbles. But everybody should go there. I really appreciated going out to Pearl Harbor, to Ford Island in the Arizona. Looking down and seeing the Arizona under the water there, and there's still bubbles of grease coming up from down there and oil. Oh, I respect Alan Gentry's opinion a lot. Well, let me go get my dinner started anyway here. Oh, why, Kiki, at night, afraid we fall. What do you want? Constant harassment. Constant harassment. What do you want? Oh, sneaky. There's night afraid when you're falling. People that temperature falling. Oh, what? I hear that temperature falling. What? The other thing I got pretty good at was Hawaiian names after a while. Like the last, hey monkey boy, like the last queen of Hawaii. They always said if you can pronounce the last queen of Hawaii's name correctly, you're a real Hawaiian. Ooh. You know, there are a lot of reasons to dislike LBJ. Hey, monkey boy. I need it after last night. I'm glad to have a slow night tonight. Where were you today?
I was working over there. So, still has to get his permits, but there's one person out there having a yard sale.
Was there many people that showed up over there to buy shit? Because it's a relatively new yard. It's a relatively new flea market.
For just one person, they had a lot of stuff.
How much do the people pay to show up there and put their shit out there?
I think it's $30 for space. From what I understand, I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing. Does that sound fair?
Yeah. It depends if they get the flow of people in. It takes time to build up a trade in a flea market, you know?
And right now he doesn't have his permit, so...
Well, I don't think they're going to bother him too much, are they?
No,
I
there's
mean,
only one person. So
yeah,
just
they don't
like
give a
one yard
shit.
sale.
I mean, the cops, as long as they're not having to bust somebody for unruly behavior, they don't give a shit here.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to drop a dime on the state tax department. Hey, this guy doesn't have this in him. They don't care. Great Society
So
was terrible.
it's cool because I think this person was there last week, and you know what I mean. If they see someone out there, then they'll know. Well, there's a yard sale, and then
Yeah, you know, you'll drive by, and over time, like I've thought to myself, oh, if I'm around, I'm going to go up there some Saturday, Sunday, look around the flea market, because it's at least it's something to do, and I might buy a pot or a pan or something. You know, you never know. So
he was gonna give me this walk. It was an iron walk. I forgot it.
you don't need another. You don't need it. You don't even cook, Bird. Don't keep collecting junk,
I'm gonna
dude.
have to start cooking.
Well, on what?
On that.
Well, you don't need a wok for that.
Yeah, but still, it's good
Man,
to
you
have
just gotta. You can't be a pack rat, dude.
you know, 'cause it's a little iron one, and I gotta start cooking because I can't really afford to eat out.
Well, I got news for you. I haven't been able to afford to eat out for years. People are insane. Well, I respect your opinion about especially automobiles because I know you follow a lot of stuff in autos and stuff. Oh. But it's not. It's also a question of just price too. Right. You know, if the price is low enough, then I can take a chance on it, even if I have to end up doing some work on it. So that's all right. Yeah, huma kuna una. Yeah, there's the state fish of Hawaii. Now I was thinking of the Lily O Lukalani, Queen Lily O Lukalani. Yeah, Blackbird's a trust fund baby. He's got no worries.
Huh.
But thanks for checking in, Token White.
Wouldn't that be nice? If I was, I think I would have a girlfriend. I'll never retire. I was hoping for early retirement, but after having no money, no, that sucks.
Lily Lukalani. That's when you can tell you're really a Hawaiian, when you get all the King Kamehameha Highway and Queen Lily Lukalani and the Huma Kuma Uma fish. Aloha, ooh, aloha, ooh. Well, I used to think that the Merry Monarch Festival was pretty cool in June. That's probably going on right now. Right down in Hilo, Hawaii on the Big Island. Hello, Cheryl S. Right. Hey, DJ, how are you? Hey James, I'm glad you're doing good. I don't know about legal. What the hell, you guys are unbelievable. Aloha, boy. If Bird went to Hawaii, he'd never come back again. Really?
I should have went 30 years ago.
Yeah, man, I'm not coming back. I'm hanging out here.
I'm so cracked out.
I'm gonna hang out down in Chinatown, right? In Honolulu, right? Jack Lord. Da, 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 do, do.
My friend, like the friend I have in LA, he acts like my dad. He's known me for, God, 30 years. So he's seen me all cracked out. And the hookers were getting me high, right? On Sunset Boulevard. That's how cracked out it was. And he's all like, you know, he goes, hey, why don't you go to Hawaii? I'll pay for it. And he asked me about 3 times. And I never went. He's all, look. And for some reason he cared about me when because and then the funny thing is, like, after 30 years and stuff, he would have these clubs, and he goes, you know, he calls me by my real name. He goes, look,
Yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
you know, out of all the people that I know, it's like, you know, at least I trust you. And I would run the door and collect all the money.
I think you would do okay in Hawaii. I didn't like it like Waikiki Beach. A lot of people slept and they'd piss on the beach overnight and stuff, so it always smelled like in that.
Oh, really?
You know, and it was kind of a bummer. The really weird, what was the really weird thing about Hawaii is you wouldn't think of like Hawaii as having bad traffic, but Honolulu had the worst traffic I ever saw in my life. There's 2 freeways. There's actually H1, H2. The H1 goes around to downtown Honolulu and through there. Man, in the morning, it's like a parking lot. It was so bad, right? So bad.
A lot of Japanese over there?
Ancestry, but a lot of come in as tourists from Japan. Because so many places speak Japanese there. And there's a lot of Japanese food in Hawaii. So yeah, they come in on package tours from Tokyo and places like that. There's a lot of direct flights between Japan and Hawaii. Because the influence is so heavy of the Japanese in there, so. Ooh, yeah, I'm probably getting another beer.
Him socks.
Bird's a surfer, yeah. He'd be at it. What was you wouldn't be surfing at Manhattan Beach. Where would you be surfing? Venice?
I've probably been at Venice more than anywhere. I like Malibu and Topanga. Just because I lived over there. I was getting to know the surfers at Malibu.
Jack Lord outside Macy's on these.
But
he
yeah,
was still alive when I was there.
Manhattan Beach, Venice, those places aren't territorial. I could go out there.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of places are territorial. San Diego's like that. Unless they know you and you just show up and start paddling out, they're just gonna.
Like my friend, he's all, we can't go to Huntington Beach.
Here.
We can't do it. And he's a surfer.
Yeah, because it's very cliquish. They don't want other people.
Oh, it's bad because Topanga Canyon, they said it's like one of the worst because people are fighting them. It's a little hole in the wall. It's for locals. And then now it became so oversaturated.
They get pissed off. Yeah, they're pissed off. It's very territorial now, Bert. Very territorial.
All right, I'm gonna go get my laundry.
Freaking traffic was something I had to get used to on Hawaii. So I ended up taking Surface Street, King Street in Baratania. I still remember. One street went into town and the other came out. King Street in Baratania. Ooh. Hey, Vicky. What does that mean? The Mirage is closing in a month. What? What the hell? What are they going to do? Renovate the whole place now? I know people bitch so they turned the volcano back on. Man, that's weird. Wow. Oh, why, Kiki? Do 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 do. Closing for 3 years. Wow. Kiss and never tell. Do 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 do. Hard rock. Yeah. Not a big fan of the Hard Rock. The Hooters, the Oyo, they turned in, now it's a Oyo, is a disaster. Good to see you, Phil. Thanks for coming in. I'm having some noodles tonight. I had a liquid dinner last night. It's a good thing Cheryl wasn't here, right? Like when Cheryl was like, hey, it's a Friday night. A guitar-shaped building is just so terrible when it comes to mulching. Places like Tropicana, Mirage, and Sands were classic. I love the Stardust. I thought was cool. That was really old school. But a guitar shape is not very maximizing of space, you know, it's weird. I don't know. I heard the Fontainebleau's losing its ass up there. Yeah. I'm surprised they don't, Cheryl, because Las Vegas doesn't give a damn if it has to have people walking in the middle of construction sites. As long as they keep the money flowing, they could care less how inconveniencing it is to people. You know, it's very hard to put a new concept like Bally's went over to the Horseshoe now, and they had to do all that shit when still keeping the place open. Yeah, it's called the Hail Mary play. Does it ever frost in Santa Rosa? It does. But usually by about 9:30, 10 a.m. it's already gone. I've only had snow one time here in March of 2023. Look at the report. They're doing that as a Hail Mary. Because they're worried they don't have enough luxury accommodations. Yeah. I barely remember Rascals. I remember Steak and Ale out on Timonium Road. That was good. The coldest I ever experienced here was 14 degrees at like 2014, or 18 degrees one morning.
Tiger. Tiger.
That nose is sniffing. Oh, we got shrimp. We're sniffing. It's not bad here. This doesn't really get that cold. I didn't have the heater on. I had the heater on 3 times for about 20 minutes in winter. I mean, it was cold. Don't get me wrong. You can go inside and see the last 365 days I have a thermometer that keeps a log of, and the lowest was 48 degrees in the house and the highest was 105. But I learned to adapt, right? That's the key. San Francisco's terrible for cold on the. These people show up to walk the Golden Gate Bridge in t-shirts, and by the time they come back to the bus, they're blue in July, June and July. We have a very strong Alaskan influence here, very strong. So it can be really cold and miserable in San Francisco in summer. Oh, it doesn't get that bad. Because we've had a little bit of global warming too, so we haven't had, I don't think we even dipped into the 20s this year. Coldest I ever experienced in life was like 15 degrees below zero with a 64 below wind chill in Everett, Pennsylvania. Yeah, Ocean Beach is really cold. Right. The water, it's an unusual, like nobody goes to the beach here in Sonoma County. It's too cold. It's too dangerous and it's too cold. Right? Number one, you got huge great white sharks patrolling out there. Number two, the rocky shores. And number three, the temperature. Wow, I remember Duff's. I bet you don't. I bet I'm older than you, Lee. You don't remember the Harvest House. The Harvest House buffet. That was a new concept when I was a kid. Harvest House. That was like the first buffet ever. Nobody goes to the shore here, Magda. We might as well be in Kansas. If you fall in the water in July, August, you're going to die of hypothermia. Unless they fish you out. Ooh. It's under Alaskan influence. Hey, Peach. It literally took me 2 years to get used to the weather in California. I didn't understand it. You'd wake up in the morning in August and it's overcast, and you would think, damn, it's going to be you got a light mist in the air. Oh, it's going to be a rainy day. Then an hour later, you're frying your sack off. It's so hot because of the sun. So, right, I didn't understand it. Yeah, you can't swim away from Alcatraz and survive. You get swept out to the Farallon Islands out there and it's all over. Or else you'll be sharing this rock with the sea lions and stuff. And they may or may not like you. I don't know. Right? It's a very tough proposition to swim. I don't know how the people have the balls to swim from one side of the bay to the other across the opening. I'd be afraid a great white's going to come up right there. Yeah, the Oriole Cafe, now you're really going back there. Next, you're going to be talking about Gwynn Oak Amusement Park. Wow, the Oriole Cafeteria. How about the Silent Oriole Club down there near the train station? You're really taking me back, dude. Wine country, I never saw that before, where it would just burn off. So I had to get used to it. What do you want? Tiger. Tiger. You can't be a pig all the time. I'm afraid I'd cross it, swimming across the opening of the Golden Gate. I'd be afraid a great white would rip the sack off right there. That'd be it. Who needs it? Not safe, man. We went out on that boat fishing the first time in November, and here's a great white taking down the sea line. All you saw was blood coming up, like bubbling and spraying all over the place. You could have heard a pin drop on the deck of that boat. Captain's like, I've been out here 35 years. That's the 6th time I've seen a great white take down a sea lion. That thing was about 26 feet long. Everybody's on deck like this. Lady, oh, that poor sea lion. Right. It's rough out there under the Golden Gate. Yeah, you asked the boss. He was in the Navy. With the most difficult seas, he said off the coast of California here coming into San Francisco was the hardest, roughest. Very strong current, very dangerous. Very dangerous. You wouldn't catch me in that place. And these people go surfing at Stimson Beach, and they got black wetsuits on, and they look exactly like seals, and they wonder why the great white sharks are taking a shot at them. They're coming back with no arm, you know. It's like, you know. All right. There you go. Have a nice night, Cheryl. I just tell it like it is, you know. I've seen it up close and personal. I've seen the brutal underbelly of nature. This is why I can't stand nature. I'll take my chances in city life. What you doing? Baby socks like spicy. I mustn't bother living in Mount Vernon for 1 year. Oh yeah, my eye doctor used to be in Mount Vernon. Dr. Dorothy M. Smith. My mother used to go to the eye doctor appointment. But if you're really good, we'll go up to the top of the Washington Monument. We never went up to the Washington Monument. 25 cents to go up. Is this the time we're going to go up? Shut up. She had an office in the old Mount Vernon Square, those really big old 1890 houses, man. Unbelievable. All the dark wood. Did you like that? That is Mariah. Outside pulling the big eye, and that fresh water splashed on us. Fresh seawater. Well, they had like at Waikiki, they would have what's inside the groin. It would be like this cement area, and you'd have all the suntan lotion all congregated in it. It was pretty gross, you know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's good to see Cheryl S. Good night, Lee. Thanks for coming in tonight. It's good to see Cheryl S. tonight. She's been awful busy. I know the chat misses her tremendously. We shouldn't have sharks. Well, it's all part of the circle of life, right? It's all the food chain, June. Right? June, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't go back to Puerto Rico for a visit. Tiger, Tiger, what are you doing? Are you gonna hiss at me? Yeah, it's very rare. It's bad for business if you tell people the truth. If you have a black wetsuit on, you look like a seal, dude. You can't blame the shark. Gets a mouthful of rubber. Maybe it'll bite through. Maybe it'll bite through. Maybe it'll let go. Who in the hell knows? Right? That shark's looking to get through the blubber, right? What are you doing? Lee's a good fisherman. Truth hurts. That's it, honey. Cindy's new vlog is Truth Hurts. It's like, I hate to tell you guys this. Truth hurts. Next trip is to Florida. Huh? 3 people bitten one day last week in Florida. Freaking, do you think it's getting too crowded down there now in Florida? Right? It's just becoming a, you know, what people go to escape from. It becomes, you know. In other words, I don't know how long you've been there, but what's out there in TV land? Oh yeah, Lee thinks this is TV, dude. So at first I was trying to figure out, Lee's like, I didn't even know, man, until I started hanging around this chat. It's like, you'll get a really fast education here, Lee. Especially we go vertical, it's like Trollorama, man. What is the deal there? Because, you know, unprotected sex, I guess, would be the answer. I had to work too today. I had to turn the fans on, okay? I had work to do. Yeah, we don't work here. Shrog, you don't have to worry, you're a virgin. Ranger school. They should have taken you up to Alaska to jump, monkey boy. Soft as a marshmallow landing. Not fun leaving the house. Yeah, the Campbell Causeway, right? What is it? The Courtney Campbell Causeway, Clearwater Beach. I'd like to hang around in Ybor City. I wouldn't have a flagpole. Just remember, you young people, we've been there, done it. 50 years, that was enough for me. I'm going to be Monkey Boy's gopher. Chinese restaurants, I have to be the one to get down on the ground on the greasy floor. What about patio furniture? What about it? You don't like the Walmart chairs? Oh, shit. Oh, too funny. What an epic. I'll tell you, Jamie, it was fun last night. These vertical streams cannot be beat for just entertainment value. Especially when you're sitting here just having a couple drinks and they just slide in. I used to Uber nights in Bournemouth. I don't know, it's just a really cool town. You got all the guys rolling cigars and stuff. It's cool. Uber nights, saw a guy laying dead. Oh, Patty, thanks for the cat food. In doorway to do a meaty pizza from a punch. Oh, wine country. It's Friday nights are really off the chain. Right. And it's good when you have. It's good when you can have a funny back and forth with the trolls and this stuff. I mean, that makes it a hell of a lot of fun. The Russians were wondering where Magda is last night. Oh, okay, Patricia, thank you. Another beautiful day on the Rancho. I don't think we're going to have the cooling breeze. I think we're in a bit of a warming trend here. Even though it's 71 degrees now, it's nice. All right. But I know, Jamie, you added a lot to last night's live stream, dude. You're funny as fuck. Don't forget to give 6. Who in the hell is 6? Yeah, on the troll train. Don't send any more food, Patty. If what he's done, of course, the day his wife put that golf club through the windshield of the Cadillac Escalade, Tiger Woods' golfing career basically. Whoa! Whoa! Easy does it, mate. Take it easy on that gate. Holy shit. Tiger had pulled groin from last night. well, I don't know. When he hit that, he got the windshield taken out on his Cadillac Escalade, and that was the end of his golfing career. What does that mean, Patricia? How do I see? Yes, Blackbird got the food. Yes, he's got it. The cat food. Yes.
Oh, Patricia, thank you so much.
She's happy you got it.
Die carrying that shit. My God.
You should have texted me and I would have come up, you know. I just clicked the thing right into the holder and come up and get you, wherever the hell you are.
Yeah.
Ask next time.
Patricia, got caught in my spokes. I'm stuck right in the middle of this fucking road.
Oh, well. Next time, just let me know. We'll just pop in the van and come and pick you up.
Patricia, thank you so much.
Yeah, she said welcome, Bird. Yeah.
Yes, because they've been meowing.
Well, they're not hurting
happy.
for food. This one gets fed all day long. First thing in the morning, and last thing at night, all day. Does this cat look like it's hurting for food?
I really appreciate it.
This cat is a beast.
And then I seen the baby one last night. One of them. Where's your little friend? Oh, Patricia, the cats had babies.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Meow. But you still won't let me pet you.
No, doesn't let me. Hisses at me even when I'm putting food down.
Go high five. Awesome. I had a long day. I'm going to drink a beer.
Yeah, go ahead, Bird. I'm going to get...
Thank you, everyone.
Yep, I'm going to be closing down my chat, too, and thanking you guys for being here tonight on this shorty. I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I'm kind of sensing, I don't know, see, it's light too late, so the graveyard streams, I don't know. But anyway, freaking Hallie, thanks for coming on. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. There's a lot of content there. So you guys, make sure you have a wonderful night. To my moderators, share less. It's wonderful to see you back. The workhorse, Ronnie, I don't know if Ronnie's here, but thank you, Ronnie. Has been really carrying the ball and doing an outstanding job. I really appreciate that, Ronnie. Thank you. Also, Shimei, thank you. So, Cheryl Les, it's good to see you. All the best to you, honey. I hope everything is going well for you. James, everybody, good night. And I will see you guys on the morrow.